Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be talking about something that has been circling through social media nonstop, and I can't continue not speaking up about it because as a survivor of sexual assault and abuse, I think this is a really important topic to address, and this is not simply about Blake Lively. This is about so many survivors who come forward about sexual assault and are immediately blamed and shamed and not believed. And ultimately, I believe that as a survivor, it is incredibly important to first and foremost believe survivors who come forward. I would always rather believe the 99% of people that come forward with very valid and true horrible experiences that they've had, than not believe them, because the percentage of people that create false reports are extremely limited, and I think it's incredibly harmful to come at this topic of sexual assault in a way of believing that survivors lie, because that inherently is untrue and unfounded. And there are many articles out there that state the validity of survivors telling their stories that are in fact true and have happened to them, and the amount of damage that it causes survivors when you immediately say, oh, I don't believe them, or they're making it up, and all of these different things that are victim blaming in nature. It causes other survivors who are also experiencing sexual assault or abuse to believe that if they come forward, they will also receive that same harsh treatment. And so the way that Blake Lively has been just ridiculed through the media has just really bothered me in multiple ways. And it's very personal to me because I am a survivor of sexual assault. And I was raped in college, my freshman year of college, when I was 17 years old. And a lot of the people in my dorm said over and over, oh, I don't believe you, he's a good person, he would never do that. All these other things, very similar to what people are saying about Justin Baldoni, saying that he's such a great guy, he would never do that, he's standing up for women's rights and is doing all these great things to help women. That doesn't matter. Ultimately, it's actions. And even if someone is trying to do the right thing and send a great message, they can be doing something horrible behind the scenes. You don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I don't know anything really other from what's in the affidavit, and neither do you. I mean, you weren't there, I wasn't there, but that's not what matters in these types of situations. So what matters is the message that we are sending to society when we say, I don't believe her. Because that is then ingrained in all these young girls' minds that, oh, if I'm abused, if I'm sexually assaulted and I come forward, everyone's gonna say, that never happened. And the amount of damage that that does to a child, to a teenager, to a young adult, to an adult, to an elder is just, you can't comprehend it unless you've experienced it, because it's something that I would not wish on my worst enemy. And I mean, this video is not talking about the specifics of the case, and I'm not here to speculate or go through any of the things that she said happened. but I want to very much give the message that this is something that can be really damaging if you go about responding to it in certain ways. And I've seen so many things on social media that really devastate me for young people, especially. And the majority of people keep their sexual assaults or abuse a secret for their entire lives and never tell anyone. But the amount of women and men who experience this cruelty is astronomical, and we'll never know the full extent of it. And I think that it's way more important to believe survivors than to stick by the people that they have accused of these things, because the majority of the time survivors are telling the truth, and we need to stick by survivors because they do not get the justice that they deserve. The criminal justice system is not for victims. It is for the accused. It in no way gives justice, because there's no way to get justice for that type of a crime. That just doesn't exist, at least in my mind, in my perspective, because that changes your whole life. Sexual assault is a horrible thing that completely changes a person, and while you can heal and grow and all these things after the fact, it still is a part of you and still happened, and it causes a lasting impact. So that was what I wanted to share in this video today, and I hope that you either learned something or are now intrigued about this perspective and no longer victim blame other survivors. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.